Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SWIN 444, the online version. Today in this class, this is our first lecture, and I'm going to tell you about the course. 4 elements I'm going to cover in this video: the syllabus, the textbook we are going to use, the project you'll be working on for the whole semester, and also the exams. Okay, so these are the 4 elements I'm going to talk about in this video. Let me share the screen to show you my browser, because all the information you would like to know about the course, they all exist in one place, and this place is my courses. Okay, so I hope you can see my courses. This is, by the way, the second time I record this video. The first time, for some reason, the screen was black. Anyway, so here is our course. I clicked on it, and the first thing you'll see is the list of announcements. The last announcement will be seen first, and the first announcement, you have to scroll down to see them, so they will be at the bottom. A reminder to join the Discord server. I'm going to use this Discord server, for us to feel like we are connected, right? It's like a classroom environment where we just chat with each other. If someone has a question that, you'll feel the whole class would benefit from knowing its answer posted there. If you see a relevant video or an article, like a link you would like to share. Also, like on the Discord server, you could have one-to-one, which means if you'd like to talk to someone in the classroom, you can directly message them. You can share your screen with them, video chat with them. It's really great. Okay, the course information announcement here is just like brief, like summary for what you need to know about the course. My email address is here. My office hours is going to be every Monday from 10 to 11. I will be online on Skype, and this is my Skype ID. If you can't make it, please feel free to schedule an appointment with me so we can chat together. Now, all the course materials, they are available on my courses under content. Here, that was my first message to you, and I sent it as an email because I wasn't sure that everybody checked the announcements on my courses. And it pretty much says, like how you're going to run this course together online. It's my first time to teach like an online course. And this is going to be a little bit different from what happened through the COVID-19. So the plan is that every Monday I'm going to post videos and slides, and I'm going to ask you to read through these slides and watch the videos. The videos will be pretty much an explanation to the slides. And every week you will see an assignment or a project deliverable that you'll be working on through the whole week, which means you'll have from Monday to Sunday midnight to submit the work. Here are some links that I think will be handy: the syllabus, the course schedule, and the project description. Okay, but I'm going to show you how else you can find these files. So if you click on content, you can then, under table of contents, click on the first item, which is course information, and you will see 2 important files. It's the schedule and the syllabus. Let's start by the schedule. Again, a reminder that my office hours are on Monday 10 to 11 on Skype. In my Skype ID, feel free to add me, and if you're online, like we can chat from 10 to 11. The UX book, this is our textbook. This is where most of the slides come from. Okay, and in the schedule, you will see in this column which chapters you can read to cover these topics. Now, luckily, we have the first edition of the book available on the digital library of RIT. So if you click on this link, and then you typed here the UX book, then hit search. See how fast my internet is, right? Okay, this is the first result, the UX book, and then if you click on it and see here, full text online, right? You'll be able to browse through the book with all its chapters. We cover most of these topics in our course, and you can jump from one chapter to another. And also, like you could download chapters and then read them offline if you want. And here is the download icon. Okay, so this is for the book. Now here is the schedule. I'm counting weeks from week 1 to week 12, assuming that our first week, like May 18th, or starts on May 18th, and then all the way down to the last week. The last week is kind of shorter. It ends on Wednesday. On this column, you'll see the topics we'll be covering. And again, these slides are going to be uploaded to my courses. And here it's very important for you to look at what you need to work on. Okay, so you'll see here the project deliverables. For example, this is the first one, contextual inquiry. And as you can see, it's due on Sunday, May 24th at midnight. And so on until like week 4. And in red here, this is exam 1. So we have 2 midterm exams and the final exam on the week of exam 1 and also exam 2. There will be no lectures and no project deliverables. So you'll have time to focus on answering your exam and submitting the exam. Okay. I'd like also to highlight that the last week, week 12, the project deliverables will be due on Tuesday. So unlike all the other project deliverables, they were due on Sunday midnight. This one is going to be due on Tuesday. That's all right because on the previous week, you don't have anything to submit. So it's actually more like an extension, right? But also Wednesday is going to be the last day of classes. And on this last day of classes on Wednesday, August 5th, your final exam is going to be available online. Okay. So this is pretty much our schedule. Let's see what else we need to cover. Okay, so going back to course information, let's go to the syllabus. The important information are also repeated, my email address, so you can contact me, my Skype, so you can chat, or ask questions, especially if you have, like questions specific to your project. I think this is going to be a good way to discuss them. For our section, the lectures will be recorded and posted, like both the videos and the slides, on every Monday on my courses. Here's the course description. So this course, as you may know, it's HCI course. It's our survey of, like HCI methods and techniques. And we focus here on requirements and design. And when we talk about requirements here, we're not talking about regular software engineering requirements. We're mostly talking here about UX requirements. Okay. Here's like some of the topics we'll be covering. So for example, UX requirements or user experience requirements. We're going also to talk about evaluations. We're going to run 2 types of evaluations, heuristic evaluation and usability evaluation. We're also going to talk about universal usability and a lot of other topics all related to HCI. We'll see here the course objectives, the method of instruction, the textbook one more time. Okay, yeah, your final grade. So how we are going to calculate your final grade? This table here shows you the breakdown of the, like big elements of your work. So there are 3 exams and they almost have equal weight. Exam 1 and 2, each one of them worth 50% of your overall grade. The final exam worth 20% of your overall grade. And the project, it's worth 50% of your overall grade. So pretty much like 50% of your overall grade are going to be covered by exams, and the other 50% will be covered by the project. For the grade calculation, the letters, this is the typical breakdown. If you get 93% or more, you're going to receive an A. If your score is between 90% and 93%, you're going to receive A minus, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is about the syllabus. Now let's talk about the project and then talk about the exams. We'll go back here to table of contents. Then you'll see here there is a group of files under project information. You can click on it. And there are several files here. They are all belong to project information, but today I'm going to just focus on project description. So let's click on that. Okay, so this project is going to worth 50% of your grade, right? What exactly this project is going to be about? This is what I'm going to describe to you now. So from day one, you're going to work on a project individually, by the way. Yeah, it's not going to be a teamwork. It's going to be an individual project. And I changed some of the details of the project, so it's not exactly, like the same project that in-person SWIN 444 would have. I made changes so then it will be feasible to be done and completed by just one person. At the end of the semester, you will deliver a prototype. Okay, so you're not required to build a whole system or a full system. You're just going to deliver a prototype. However, this prototype is going to be high fidelity prototype and interactive prototype. The platform category, this is going to be open, so you can choose which platform you prefer. You would like to design a web application or a mobile application or desktop application. It's up to you. Whatever you feel familiar with, you can work, like on your favorite platform. Other than technologies, you're going to also be asked to work with people. Okay, like humans is actually in the title of the course. So at the beginning of the semester, you're asked to find 2 users to work with. You'll be contacting them to elicit some requirements for your project. And then towards the end of the semester, you're going to contact maybe the same users or other users for the evaluation of your design. Okay. Now, I here specified a theme for your project. And I think it's something that everybody can relate to these days, right? Which is online education. If you're going to learn online, just like you do right now, so maybe you have some problems. It's not exactly the same as the in-person classroom. Maybe you favor the online learning, I don't know. But like there are different rules for people who would interact with online learning software. So there's the student role, right? You can be the person who's learning. You could be a teacher or instructor, the person who's delivering the material. Also remember that for students, there could be deaf student and RIT. We have big population of deaf and hard of hearing students. And whenever we have, like a deaf student or hard of hearing student in our classroom, we also can expect that there will be an ESL interpreter to be part of our classroom, right? So these are different roles or different users who may be interacting with the software, something like Zoom, for example. So this is the main idea of the project. Now, I'm going to ask you through this semester to try to find 2 users. And these 2 users could be, again, students, teachers, deaf students, ESL interpreters, any one of these roles. And you're going to ask them some questions to learn about what do they like about online learning and what they don't like. And then from, like these questions, from their answers, you're going to elicit some requirements for your project. Requirements elicitation, this is going to be about like 1/3 of your project. So it can't start by giving you the requirements. It's part of the skills you'll be learning through the course is to elicit and discover the requirements from the end users, okay? And then you're going to work on the design. As you can see here, the deliverables, it moves from requirements, right, to design. And then there will be 2 rounds of evaluation. And then finally, you're going to submit your final presentation and demo. And for this deliverable, I'm going to ask you to record a video of yourself explaining your project and also demonstrating your prototype. And this is going to conclude the project. Okay. Okay, so I think what I want you to keep in mind for now that, okay, you would like to find 2 users. You don't need to decide right away on which platform you'll be using, but you need to find 2 people to talk to. You're going to interview them, ask them some questions about online education, right? This is what I'd like you to remember for now. Okay, so that's about the project. Now, the last thing in our course overview is the exams, right? If we click on assignments, you will see here 3 folders under the category of exams. You'll see exam 1, exam 2, and also final exam. These are the folders where you're going to submit your answers to the exams 1, 2, and the final exam. And whenever, like we are in the week, for example, of exam 1, on Monday, there will be an announcement. It's going to be posted on my courses. And then you will see a Microsoft Word file that has all the questions of exam 1. You're going to download it to your machine, your device, and then you're going to edit it with all your answers and then submit your edited file to the corresponding folder. So if you're working on exam 1, you're going to submit it to exam 1. If you're working on exam 2, you're going to submit it to exam 2, and so on. For all the exams, they are going to be open notes, open book. By nature, it's online course, right? That being said, please do not copy and paste from the slides from any website or any article. Try to answer the questions using your own words and your own understanding of the materials. Okay, and whenever there will be other instructions about the exams, of course, I'm going to give you more details. But for now, I think this is what you need to know about the exams. So I hope that in this video, I covered everything you need to know about the course as an introduction, like for the course and what you need to do through the course. Again, to iterate, you have all in all 3 exams, 9 project deliverables. All these assignments are individual assignments. Your success depends on you, not on anybody else. If you need, like to interact with the rest of the students, if you would prefer to interact with the rest of the students, feel free to email each other. Feel free to use the Discord, like to have, again, like this in classroom environment. Of course, it's a simulation, but it's better than nothing. I'd like to encourage you to contact me, email me, and use my office hours. Okay, let's see you, folks.